Hi, today let's talk about the relationship that the machine won't let you leave. There is a difference between a relationship that is difficult to leave and a relationship that the machine cannot leave. The first is about circumstances, practical, entanglement, fear, shared history. These are real, but they're addressable in principle. Circumstances can change and fear can shift. But the second is different. It's a relationship that the machine has organized itself around, not a relationship the machine has, a relationship the machine has become. Leaving it wouldn't mean losing something the machine values. It would mean losing the conditions under which the machine exists. And the machine cannot reason its way out of that, because the reasoning is produced by the same structure that the exit would dissolve. Carol Rusbult's research on commitment found something important. Commitment to a relationship is not primarily a function on how satisfying it is. It's a function of investment, satisfaction, sunk costs, and the perceived quality of alternatives. When investment is high, years, identity, social structure, self-concept, entire emotional architectures organized around the relationship, commitment persists regardless of satisfaction. The machine doesn't experience this as irrational. It experiences it as having nowhere to go. And the perceived quality of alternatives is not a neutral assessment. The machine produces it. A self organized around a particular relationship will perceive alternatives as thin and insufficient. Not because they are, but because the machine has no framework for evaluating them outside of the one thing that the relationship has built. The exit looks worse than staying because the machine doing the evaluating is the machine that the relationship has produced. That is the specific grip. Wittgenstein called it a form of life, the entire framework within which we make sense of things. Not something we stand outside of and use, something we are inside. The relationship the machine cannot leave has become exactly this. Reasons for leaving are evaluated using the framework the relationship has produced. Alternatives are perceived through the lens the relationship has constructed. This is why telling someone in this position to rationally assess and act accordingly is not useful. The assessment is not being conducted from outside the structure, it's being conducted from inside it. The exit, when it happens, is almost never the result of rational assessment reaching a different conclusion. It is the result of the structure shifting, the machine's grip loosening until the exit becomes perceivable from inside. Now, what produces that loosening is not the same for everyone, but it always involves some contact with what was there before the relationship organized the self around itself. What is seen clearly begins to lose its grip. The practice and the full piece are in the paid post on Patreon. For your free introductory session to the practice, go to www.negativephilosophy.com and look for the booking form Introduction to Practice. If you want to find Martin Butler's Patreon, you'll find it at patreon.com/Martin Butler, and go and take a look at his books on Amazon. If you want to read Spinoza's Ethics, I have done a modern translation, and that's also available on Amazon. Thank you.